helpers. Santa's little helpers. We're Santa's little helpers. We make the wheels go round. Day and night, night and day, here in Christmas Town. We're Santa's little helpers, and it's us you want to know. If you want a date under the mistletoe. We're Santa's little helpers, and we make all the toys, the trinkets for the girls and the trucks for the boys. We're Santa's little helpers, and we know every trick, 'cause we wrote the book on Old Saint Nick. It's a foggy Christmas night, so Rudolph, shine your light. Santa's little helpers. Santa's little helpers. We're Santa's little helpers. Some might call us elves, but Santa's little helpers is what we call ourselves. We're Santa's little helpers, and if you want to know, there's nowhere else on earth that we would rather go. Santa's little helpers. Santa's little helpers. We're Santa's little helpers, and it's us you want to know. If you want a date under the mistletoe. If you want a kiss under the mistletoe. 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 Mistletoe.
Welcome to Unity of New York.
Ain't a person here who is anything short of a superstar. power to accomplish anything. So keep on keeping on, never give up reaching for all of your dreams. I'ma make it by any means, I got a pocket full of dreams, baby, I'm from New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of, there's nothing you can't do. Unity, New York. These people make you feel brand new, the speakers inspire you. Unity, New York, New York, New York. One hand in the air for the big city, streetlights, big dreams, all looking pretty. No place in the world that can compare. Put your hands up in the air, everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of, there's nothing you can't do. Unity, New York. These people make you feel brand new, the music inspires you. Unity, New York.
Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm giving you a virtual hug this morning. My name is Sarah Dacy Charles, and I am co-director of the Prayer Chaplain program here at Unity of New York. And I'm here to open up service by reading the daily word and talking to you about, prayer. So, today's daily word is love, as in all we need is love. Love lights my way. Let's take that in and really get what that's about. Love lights my way. In this Advent season, as I prepare my heart for the rebirth of my inner Christ child, I take a moment to connect with the spirit of love within. Sometimes the season may seem to be about presents, food, and celebration, but it is really about love. Love is the power upon which the whole world resides. Especially at this busy time of year, I want to stay attuned to the love of the Christ within. Through this reciprocal power, the love I give returns to me abundantly. Love transcends all, transforming any perceived negativity into a blessing. I express love in all my words and actions. I may give a plate of homemade food or send a heartfelt note of appreciation. Whatever I do, I let the love in my heart be my guide. Love lights the way. Today's Bible quote is from Mark 12:31. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater. So let's talk about love in the form of prayer, because that's what prayer is. It's not asking Santa for anything. It is connecting with the love within. It's making that connection, and then everything else starts to take care of itself. And the ways we can make that connection, if you are alone in your apartment, you can still make a connection live in person by calling 1-800-NOW-PRAY. There are people round the clock just sitting there waiting to take your call and pray with you about whatever you want. And it is held in confidence. And then it is prayed over for the next 30 days. It's awesome. There it is. It's free. And there's the You Pray app. I urge you, if you haven't already, to download it on any smart device. And there you have the opportunity to write in a prayer request and receive a prayer response the very next day. And you can also listen to wonderful guided meditations and affirmations. It's a fantastic resource to turn away from the noise and back to love. And I invite you all to come join us if you haven't already. Give it a try every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Now, this is a conference call, not a Zoom. You can call 1-267 807 9605 and press in the access code 798460 #. Get in there right before 9:45 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. So if you're coming in from another time zone, do your calculations, then join us. We would love to pray with you. And there we are all listening to a prayer that is guided about global healing, but also personal healing. And also we get the opportunity at the end to pray for loved ones. So it's really a special thing. And it is open to all. You are welcome. You don't have to be a Unity member. Come join us Tuesday, Thursday. So enjoy this service. It's going to be wonderful. And until next time, take care. Bye now.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And this, and this, and this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Oh, yes. Gracias, Marianne Maringalo. Hola. Bienvenidos a Unity de Nueva York. Buenos dias, mis amigos del alma, my friends in spirit. Here we are together. Estamos todos aquí juntos. Ahora. We are here together now in this moment. Welcome. I'm Steve Houck. I serve on your board of trustees. As president, it's my great joy to be here this morning to welcome you to this celebration service on a Sunday morning. Our speaker today is our very own senior minister, the Reverend Brett Hall. And you've already heard our vocalist, our very own Marianne Maringalo. Yes, we own them both. All rights are reserved for Unity of New York for these two fabulous, fabulous performer speakers. As I said, welcome home. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. I'm studying Spanish. I'm still working on it. So let's take a look at the concepts that guide Unity of New York in every decision we make, every action we take, every word we speak. First, our mission statement. Here it is. The mission of Unity of New York is to provide a spiritual home where community may gather and know that all good comes from God within. It's a beautiful graphic, Leo. Thank you for that. Take a breath, take that in. What does that mean to you? What will that cause you to do or say today during this service and afterwards, as you keep it foremost in your mind as we do? Our vision at Unity of New York, a world consciously unified in love that leaves no one out and invites everyone in. That's a big vision. Let's hold that together, shall we? A world consciously unified in love. And today, our speaker, Britt Hall, is speaking on the divine power of love. And that was the daily word, too. So, love is in the air this morning here at Unity of New York. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Zoe, do you have a little news for us about a service opportunity, please?
Give love on Christmas Day. No greater gift is there than love. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs by the Jackson 5. If you've never heard it, I highly recommend you download it for your holiday playlist this year. And what it reminds me of is the true meaning of Christmas, which is giving. So I'm super excited to be back to do the annual holiday gift drive with Volunteers of America. And this year, we're not going to be doing the toy drive because when I contacted them, they said they were all set with the toys, which kind of bummed me out, I have to say, because I do like to be Santa. But we can be Santa for the adults this year. And so this year, we're asking if you'd like to join us to help these people who are dealing with health issues or behavioral and addiction, and they don't have friends or family to give them gifts. So you could give them a gift. All you need to do is contact us at info@unityofnewyork.org. We'll send you a link to Amazon and you'll see their wish list. And you go on and you can choose like a pair of slippers or a video and you just put it in your cart, pay for it, hit send, and you're all set. Right? Couldn't be easier. So we hope you'll join us and make the holidays bright for somebody that really needs it. Happy holidays.
Santa, who comes down the chimney late at night?
Thank you, Zoe. Thanks for that opportunity to serve and to be the light of the world. We at Unity of New York have so much to be grateful for, and we're so happy to share it. We also have so much going on, and we're going to show you Leo, the wizard of technology, has put together this beautiful little melange. Anyway, you'll see what it is. It's a wonderful list of all the things that are happening at Unity of New York. So let's get that going. And
Unity of New York continues to offer classes, groups, and workshops. For registration information, Zoom links, and any questions, simply email info@unityofnewyork.org. Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., join us for The Quest, a pre-service spiritual discussion group led by Unity teachers. Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m., staff minister Reverend Sean Moniger hosts his weekly Unity Classics spiritual reading and discussion group. Wednesdays at 10 a.m., join senior minister Reverend Britt Hall and co-host John Canary for the Community Connections Coffee Hour. Wednesday evenings, twice a month, Reverend Chris DiGiorgio hosts Unity Pride Gay Men's Spirituality Group. If you're not already receiving our weekly newsletter, it's the best way to stay up to date on what's happening at Unity of New York. Just go to our website, unityofnewyork.org, scroll down to the bottom right of the homepage, and subscribe. The best way to reach us is by emailing info@unityofnewyork.org. Unity of New York is here for you. Thanks, and have a great week.
Alina Pearson for those wonderful announcements, and Leo once again for the magical graphic, the illustrations, the visuals, just terrific. And we got a lot more going on here in December as we come up on Christmas and the holiday season. So let's take a look at the other opportunities we have to participate. Yep, here's how we'll be celebrating the holiday. So many. Wednesday, December 15th, USA Holiday Luncheon. Saturday, December 18th, the final 12 Powers Workshop. Friday, December 24th, our second virtual Christmas Eve service at 7 p.m. Christmas night, Saturday, December 25th, an encore performance from Spiritus. And our Christmas celebration service on Sunday, December 26th. Then into the new year, January 2nd, Burning Bowl Letter to God service. Wow. You know, how we keep all these balls in the air, it's really a credit to our staff, to our minister, Britt Hall, to Leo, to Zoe, to Charlena, to everyone who volunteers also here with Unity of New York to have making all this happen. I'm reminded that all of this information is in the newsletter. Now, I'm going to make a little confession here. I don't always read the newsletter, and I'm going to. And please do it with me because there's so much information and so much, a wealth of opportunities to study, to volunteer, to participate, to party, and it's all there in the newsletter that comes out every week. And our staff puts so much time and energy into making it thorough and entertaining. So, join me in making a resolution to read the newsletter. And the brains behind it all, the heart behind it all, is our senior minister, the Reverend Britt Hall. And here he is in person, surrounded by poinsettias.
In person.
In
I
person.
felt so Wizard of Oz. The brains, the heart.
Oh, and the
What was the
courage.
other one?
The courage.
Courage.
Well, yes, that's very important. That's the trio from The Wizard of Oz. Yes, and I think Leo
It
is the
is.
wizard, and you are, well, I said earlier, Glinda the Good Witch. You should arrive in a bubble to give us the good news about love this morning.
I'm clicking my house slippers together right now 3 times, and we'll see what happens. And my gosh, that was a lot of buildup for me, little old me. Thank you. You are studying Spanish, and I'm
See,
in circus school, keeping balls in the air, I
I
guess.
know you're a juggler. You're
I'm a juggler. I'm a juggler. And you know what's? This morning I'm feeling so much joy. I mean, everything is so. Leo, you are the wizard, and I know you just keep outdoing yourself.
he
There is
does.
so much joy that's already happened. Um, Sarah bringing us in prayer, and Marie Ann, and you just came in, and there was instant joy before you opened your mouth, and when you open the newsletter and read it, there is so much joy that happens when you open the newsletter and look at it and read it, because so much joy was put into the creating of the newsletter every week. And just like all of these services that you can go back to and watch anytime on our website, in the archives on the website, you can go back through your email and open a newsletter at any time to see what you might have missed.
Yeah.
So, hey, but speaking of, okay, seriously, folks, it was so good to see you on Friday. That was such good medicine
Oh,
to
yes.
see so many, um, and we missed a lot of you. Sincerely and seriously missed a lot of you. But man, it was good to see each other.
Mm.
And one of the things that you missed, really, really good food and cake pops.
Oh, you kept one for yourself.
Of course I did. And I didn't get it. I got a small stash of these. I couldn't believe there were any left over at the
I
end. But
didn't see
but
any
there was
left
a small box that didn't get put out on the table. And I'm like, oh,
accidentally on
oh
purpose.
no, that
The
means
stat you
someone
all
has to eat them.
you all
But
deserve all the sweets.
we did give what food was left over to St. Michael's for their food pantry on Saturday, their soup kitchen. So
Wonderful.
we all just keep getting the opportunity to give. And Steve, speaking of all of those things that you just told us about that are coming up, are you going to the USA Holiday Luncheon on Wednesday?
I'm planning to. Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes. Where is it? It's
Awesome.
at
Oh, there, good.
Outback.
There's the
Out.
information again.
There it is. Outback Steakhouse. Oh, bloomin' onion.
Mhm.
Mmm.
Near our old office down on 23rd Street.
Right.
You guys, the information is right there. If you feel like you're old enough to go, you're old enough to go. it's a it's an equal
Equal opportunity,
opportunity.
age. There's really no age. You can be in USA at any age. I would venture to say.
I think so too. Well, like I said, if you feel like you are a part of that, then you're a part of it.
Yes.
And I'm going to be there, and I would love to see you all.
Yes.
Isn't it wild that it's taken so much work to create opportunities for us to be together, and within 5 days there was the party on Friday, there's the luncheon on Wednesday, and there's a private prayer chaplain brunch
Oh,
this afternoon, and
afternoon.
so everything revolves around food also.
Of
But
course.
Steve Houck, you know that I could just keep on chatting with you. Um, but today, I think you did already say that Marie Ann is here with us. She was not
Yeah.
able to be at the party Friday night as planned because she was not feeling so great, and
Oh no.
she's got a lot of gigs, and she has to keep herself well and healthy, and so she exercised self care.
Good.
But I mentioned last Sunday that I got to see and witness her 2021 holiday show in the Spirit last Saturday night. And Marianne, when I was there, I thought, oh my God, we could, for all of our Sunday services through December, we could just listen to this concert. And I said, Marianne, could we? A lot of people didn't get there. Could we can we have share
Oh,
some songs? And she was generous and gracious enough to share them with us. So
yes, 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 yes.
here's one of my favorite, you'll see what I mean, favorite Marianne songs from her holiday show in the Spirit. And Steve, I'll see you on the flip side.
I sure will.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Raindrops and roses and whispers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and
Wow. We have been through all of those powers this year. And wow, Marie Ann Marengolo, girl, you can sing. And how good was that to see Brian on drums and our old buddy Doyle on piano and Boots on bass. And it's just good to, well, sort of kind of see you this morning. I'm so glad we're together once again. Good morning, Unity family. It is December. Wow, 2021. And it has been the year of igniting our 12 powers. And I think Steve said that I would be speaking on the power of love. That is, that's partially true. Today is our final month of the year, obviously, December. And if you just noticed, the final power is life. Life. And we've been talking so much about these 12 powers this year, once a month. And every power has a corresponding color. And the color of life is red. And I always wear a shirt, the color of the power every month. And I didn't want to blend in with these beautiful, stunning poinsettias behind me and look like a talking head. So I wore my fabulous black party shirt from Friday night. It felt so good to wear it. I brought that energy to today where I have a touch of red. So this is our color of life. How appropriate. Poinsettias, red, Christmas red everywhere. And of course, it is still the season of Advent. And the Advent theme that begins today is love. So far, we kicked off week 1 of Advent with our friend Reverend Diane Scribner talking about hope and faith with hope. And last week, which in my brain seems like weeks ago, with Carlos, we talked about the Advent theme of peace. And let me see. So today is love. Oh, and so I was, my brain's kind of going different places right now. I had a lot of cake pops this weekend. sugar. But the title of today's message that came to me is The Power of Life in a Season of Love. Because that's where we are. And if you were watching today's countdown, you probably already saw the really fabulous quote that I found by Peanuts creator Charles Schulz, that life is like a 10-speed bike. Most of us have gears we never use. How true is that? It's so easy to get into a groove, isn't it? And then to settle, even if we're not feeling settled, to settle for where we are, even if it's no longer satisfying, as we like to say in Unity every now and then. We might be in hell, but we know our way around it. We know where the bathroom is. We know where the kitchen is. We know how to deal with it. So even if it's not bringing you joy, satisfaction, exuberance, we get used to it. Any Unity minister worth his or her salt always carries close by a revealing word by Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore. And it's where he defines what these terms mean in Unity speak, metaphysical language. Life, the power of life. Charles Fillmore says that life is that expression of being, capital B, which manifests as animation, activity, vigor. Life and substance are ideas in divine mind. Life is the acting principle. Substance is the thing acted upon. In the phenomenal world, life is the energy that propels all forms to action. Life is not in itself intelligent. It requires the directive power of an entity that knows where and how to apply its force in order to get the best results. In order to give man a body having life in itself, God had to endow man with a focal life center located in the generative organs. You know where those are? Down below. This center of activity in the organism is also the seat of sensation, right? Which is the most subtle and enticing of all factors that enter into being. But these qualities, sensation and generation, are necessary to man's character, and without them, man would not be the complete representative or image and likeness of God. Life does not emanate from the mind. It is not a psychic or purely mental quality, nor does it spring from the physical. Life is divine, spiritual, and its source is spirit. The river of life is within man in his spiritual consciousness. The river of life is in man, within man, in his spiritual consciousness. He comes into consciousness of the river of life through the quickening of spirit. He can be truly quickened with new life and vitalized in mind and body only by consciously contacting spirit. This contact is made through prayer, meditation, and good works. Life is the spark of God within us. When ignited with a thought, it animates us positively or negatively. Remember, these powers depend on how we use them. We can use them however we choose to, consciously, unconsciously, which would not be so much of a choice of how to use them unless you know how to use them consciously, and there's no going back to what you already know. Anyway, everything comes back to our thoughts. And this year has been what I've wanted to get out of these 12 powers this year to ignite them is how to utilize them, use them practically. And like today's Advent theme of love, I love today's daily word and the affirmation. I love the daily word and the love lights my way. Love is the power upon which the whole world revolves, especially at this busy time of year. I want to stay attuned to the love of Christ within. Through this reciprocal power, the love I give returns to me abundantly. Some of you, excuse me, my mouth is dry. I have been popping Zyrtec lately because of allergies. Zyrtec was a divine idea, is a divine idea. And some of you may have the Advent booklet that Unity Worldwide puts out every year at this time of year. And it's kind of like an amped up daily word with daily messages from different Unity ministers or authors. And it has articles and poems and things in it to inspire us and uplift us through the season. And I did not realize that my good buddy, our dear friend, Reverend Elizabeth Longo, who was at the party Friday night, she came for a visit, wrote tomorrow's message on love. And I think it's also appropriate to share it. 'Tis the season to open our hearts and minds to the energy of love. In the twinkle of an eye, love will make all things new. Bring wonder and curiosity to your heart and allow love to reveal its secrets, gently guiding you on your journey of becoming. God's love is at the very core of our being, the reason for all existence. At any moment and at any time, love can heal and renew our spirits. Love can heal and renew our spirits at any time. The power of love. When we feel lonely and unloved, we can immerse ourselves in this healing energy, which is unconditional and ever present. Love can be distorted and twisted when it is hijacked by the personality. We might easily believe that someone or something is responsible for our happiness. Anybody relate? Something or someone responsible for our happiness? We might create stories that someday we'll be loved when we find our soulmate or believe ourselves worthy of love. Turn on the radio and you will hear endless love songs that speak about pain and suffering. And we love to listen to them, don't we? Instead, let the power of divine love into your life and experience the miracle of the harmonizing, unifying power of love. Located right here. Turning on the light of love every day raises your vibration and will have a huge impact on your life. Create a bonfire of love in your heart. See that image? Create a bonfire of love in your heart and let it shine forth into the world. Create a bonfire of love in your heart and let it shine forth in the world. And Colossians 3:14 says, above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And I wish I could ask Elizabeth, I will ask Elizabeth if she came up with this affirmation on this day of Advent for tomorrow. I remember love is the core of my being. I remember love is the core of my being. Say that with me. I remember love is the core of my being. Some of you got the words a little bobbled. I remember love is the core of my being. Yeah. Life, love, Zyrtec. I'm sorry. I'm sure I was about to say something profound. Hold on. Lost that train of thought. And that helps. Maybe someone's bringing me Christmas gifts. I don't know. But I really love that Advent message. This has never happened. How many months have we been doing this? Hold on. I'll be right there. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I hope you don't see my shorts. It'll blow the illusion. Coming. No way. Oh my God!
I just felt a calling. I had to come.
It was me. I just read your. Come on! I just read your Advent theme to everyone.
The service is going on.
Of course it is. You know that.
I know.
Look who I found. I read her words and she appears. Now this is the part where we act like this was not planned. Okay, that you just happen to be in the neighborhood inside my building in New York City. Elizabeth Longa, we are both triple vaxxed, and we decided it's okay to hang on each other. But I'm so glad you're here. Last night we were having a wonderful dinner together, and I'm like, I have an idea for tomorrow morning because nobody else this entire time since March of 2020 has been on this set with me. And who better than my dear friend, Elizabeth. And it's so appropriate that one thing that's really real, well, everything's really real that I said. That was just a fun fake out. But I really didn't know that Elizabeth had written that in the Advent booklet for this year. Can we both be seen? Let me see. Yeah, we can. We can both be seen. We can see on the computer down here. So anyway, tell this is also very spontaneous. We're going with that river of life right now. The flow.
Reverend
Okay.
Rick,
Yes, ma'am.
first of all, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to you and to all of you. Because you know what? You ignited that bonfire of love in my heart on Friday night. I needed that. Now I don't take anything for granted. Any moment that I can connect with a human being, oh my God, I'm so appreciative.
It was
Because
fun.
we're all here
So
to
fun.
share love,
Mhm.
ultimately, right? And so I just felt so much love on Friday night. It was such a joy.
Think of that song that Zoe just shared in the Gifts of the Heart drive. Give love on Christmas Day. Give love every day. I love that you came up with that, though. The create a bonfire of love in your heart and let it shine forth. That I want to use that to lead us to the January 2nd burning bowl, because all of these things are tied together in this Advent season of preparation for the Christ in us, the coming of the Christ in us.
Yeah.
So,
And life and love, how connected all these powers are, right? I mean,
absolutely, they don't stand on their own.
life, the river of life that's always
Mhm.
calling us to be more, to become, to express, to grow, to transform, to awake. And what are we awakening to if it's not love?
Mhm.
God is
Mhm.
love. Everything is love.
And we awaken in consciousness.
Yes. By
We
being
awaken in
aware,
consciousness.
and it's all energy. Where our energy is being
Mhm.
focused, where what are we paying attention to? As you said,
Mhm.
begins with our thoughts.
Everything comes back to our
Our
thoughts.
thoughts, and the mind should be serving the heart, a higher calling.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm. And again, the thing that's the double-edged sword is when we learn these things, we are really reminded of them. None of this stuff is new. It's buried within us. And so we are reminding things. Educare, the Latin for education, educare means to draw forth. So the information, the education, it's already within us, and we're pulling it forward, from our being. And here's the double-edged sword. Like I said a minute ago, you can't go back. There's no claiming ignorance anymore after you know something. You can't get away with it. Not to put it in such negative terms, but you can't go back and act like you don't know something once you do.
well, it doesn't feel good. You get out of coherence.
Mm-hmm.
When you are on the flow, when you're in alignment, because it just feels good. Live expressing. But when your mind is shut and you're really focused on things that are not for your highest good, you don't feel good, and your body lets you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's intelligence in our bodies, in ourselves,
Absolutely.
everywhere. So it's like, where's your energy going? What are you paying attention to? What are you focused on? Is it life-giving thoughts or thoughts that diminish you? It's like paying attention. Pay attention.
There's been research that has shown that that many people kind of innately think the most about life in its entirety, in that life force, in that way that is beyond the mind, right before dying.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's heightened, and it's like, don't wait.
Well,
We don't have to wait.
What did the Apostle Paul say? I die daily.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reality is, if we don't die to the old daily, we're just doing the same thing over and over again. So every day it's kind of let go of the past, and like that beautiful song that we heard today, and then just focus in the moment. What is life calling me to be now? What is love calling me to be now? What am I here to express in this very moment? One thing that I do, if I'm challenged.
Pay attention. Got a notepad.
Well, no, if I'm challenged by any situation or confused or anything, I take a moment, of course, go to the silence. What did Charles Fillmore say?
Go to headquarters.
I go to
Go to
headquarters,
headquarters. Get
take
still.
a moment, breathe, and settle here until the monkeys get quiet.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
really, I really ask. And you always get the answer. I ask, what is the most loving thing that is calling me to be in this moment or in this situation, or even to myself? What am I needing now? And just listen. And boy, you get the answer. The scripture in the Daily Word today said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. But many times we don't do very well in loving ourselves, do we?
It's like our vision
No.
statement. It's like we create this space that leaves no one out and invites everyone in. And when we're all together, it's like, oh God, yes, it's so nice. Think of some people you don't want up in your house or in your party. That's where the work is. That's where we're all children of God. God don't have any grandchildren. We are all children of God. Everyone. Not everyone has a conscious realization of that. But you just said something about the song for today. Whatever I do, I really strive to get a download, to let Spirit reveal to me. And I heard clearly my favorite things. That song. When I was in the shower this morning, I went, well, of course. That song is about changing our thoughts. Is there anyone who has not seen The Sound of Music? In that scene, it's where there's a storm. Maria has gotten to the house that day, and there's a storm that night. And all the kids, one by one, come running into her room. And then she sings about how she deals with storms or things that scare her. She starts thinking of her favorite things, like bright copper kettles and woolen mitts. And if you've seen it enough times, which I have, it's right up there, one of my favorite movies. One of the little girls, I think it's Marta, it's the second to the youngest. If you watch, I wonder how many times they filmed that scene because she's mouthing the words with Julie Andrews. Now you'll want to go back and see The Sound of Music. Cracks me up. But that song is about changing our thoughts. We have the power to change our thoughts all the time.
And if we don't, we're just replaying the same old thing, the past into the
Groundhog.
future. So if we want to
Groundhog
see a
Day.
different future, we got to be in that space of possibilities. The quantum field of possibilities.
Here, say that again. Really listen to that, because that field of possibilities, that infinite field of possibilities that is all around us, that's God. That's our first unity principle. There's only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, as my life, everywhere present. Remember, it's not that power is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. It is omnipotence, omnipresence, omniscience. It is those things. And so there is the power, the field of infinite possibilities. I remember one time a quote of Oprah where she may have been quoting somebody else, Maya Angelou or somebody, but I am pregnant with infinite possibility.
Love that. Yeah.
Infinite possibility.
I am pregnant.
You might be going, like I said a little bit ago, you might be going through hell, and you know how to deal with it, how to survive it, how to get around in it. But you're still in the realm of infinite possibility to make a shift or a different choice.
And going through hell, and what you mentioned a little bit earlier, those people that you might not want to invite to your home, or those that push your buttons. How do we meet them? What if we, instead of trying to push them out, look and see, look with curiosity. What is love trying to teach me here? What is this about? Because it's all about us. It's only us here. If there's only one presence and one power, everything that appears in our lives is for us, not against us. There's a blessing in every situation, in every moment.
Yes. Now, for clarity, it doesn't mean as we love
No.
everyone that if there's an abusive situation or come on,
No.
we're blessed with common sense. It's you got to put on your Teflon dress, and for some situations.
It goes back to first, you have to really be fed. What am I needing now? How am I loving myself? Because it really goes back to that. Because if you're really loving yourself, the most loving thing that you can do in any moment maybe is say no.
Sometimes hell no. No is a complete sentence, and hell no is a very complete sentence.
So it's about self-awareness. It's really about self-awareness, moment to moment. Meet the moment with curiosity. Because love is showing up as hell now. Let me see what this is about. What am I being called to be in this situation? And sometimes it's like, turn around.
See, I love the way this was orchestrated, because this was not planned. Okay, it was planned since last night to do this, and this morning we're like, how are we going to do this and have fun with it? But I'm so grateful that you're here for this particular topic, because I know you so well, and I know that you are so good at the practical application. That's why this is a practical spirituality. It's not, good common sense. It's that too, but it's practical, as in practicing this stuff. And you, if you're really paying attention, you stay in the question. Therein lies, if we're not asking the question, how do we get the answer? Edwin Gaines used to say, ask for what you want. You wouldn't call Sears and Roebuck. We got to get a new example. I think they're close out of business now. But you wouldn't call them and say, send me something you think I might like. And they send you a pair of fishing boots, and you're like, I wanted a washer and dryer. But be in the question. You got to be in the question.
Well, if you're not, if you're caught up in your story of poor me, nobody loves me, in that story, you're really caught up in a little peanut right here, the amygdala. So the way out, you feel whatever you need to feel. This is not about denying anything. Tell the truth. Look, see, observe, tell the truth. And then take a breath, feel, and then ask the question, what am I needing here? How can I shift this? What am I grateful for in this moment? Remember, as you said at the beginning, the river of life is a movement, and it's a movement to express, to grow our wings so we can fly.
Yes, and I love that Charles Fillmore is who used that metaphor of the river of life, because for me, right there with the question, it's always about being in the flow, with the flow. We're in the flow right now. I'm like, let's do this. I'm talking about life and love. Let's see what we're supposed to say about that. And we're in the river of life, the flow of life right now, demonstrating what it looks like. We didn't force anything. We don't have a teleprompter, clearly. It's not scripted. It's being in the flow,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I also said I was going to ask you if, did you come up with this affirmation, or did they put this in? Or do you remember?
I don't remember, but I do remember that love is the core of my being. That I will remember. And love is the core of your being, and it's the core of it all. It's the glue that that unites all of life.
And I just find it so I don't know, interesting, but really divinely satisfying that life and love would be what's two different things. I mean, Unity booklets didn't know that I was going to be talking about life, and I didn't even realize that this Sunday would be about love, but they work absolutely in tandem, life and love. Yeah.
They all work together.
Of course, they do. They do. And I have one more workshop. I've been doing a quarterly workshop on these powers this year. And there is a final workshop next Saturday. Oh, Leo, thank you. God, you're the best. Look at what he created for me. We will be talking about last month's power of release, this month's power of life in more depth on how to use it and apply it, utilize it. And we're going to wrap up the 12 powers. And I also have a pretty cool 12 powers meditation that I did last month. And a lot of people said, please record that. And so I'm going to do that again next week. Mm. Did you hear how much I was sneezing this morning? Mm-hmm. Zyrtec works like magic, but it is like I have glue in my mouth, which is good for water. We need to always keep drinking lots of water and purifying. So Zyrtec helped shut that down. And
that's something loving you can do, because we got to love this human experience. We got to love our body temples.
Thank you. Practicality, really drinking lots of water. That is self-love. It's simple. And so often we don't think about this stuff is, as we so often say, simple, not easy. Not easy to change. That's not an affirmation. It's just, it takes conscious effort.
But
It takes
the good thing
conscious choices.
It's easier when it's in a community, because, we hold each other in the highest light. And exponentially we grow.
Yeah, that's why we have this community. We can all do this stuff on our own, but it is so lifted up and empowered when we're in community, when we are communing together with this stuff, even virtually. I tell you, I heard some of the most beautiful things from some of you Friday night of what this has all meant during this pandemic, this time apart, and it just filled my heart to overflowing. It sparked a bonfire in my heart. It really did. Because even virtually, we are very much energetically connected. So it's time to meditate. We've had a theme. We've kept the theme of Advent for our meditations this season. And so we're going to do a meditation on love right now. The Advent theme. I thank you. I'm so glad you said yes to this. I love you. We love
Happy holidays. Felicidades. Los quiero.
That, what she said. Thank you all. I love you. I love you. Let's meditate on love. Hope. Peace. Joy. And love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love. It's really quite simple. Your true purpose on this planet is to love. That's it. You're here to love, to express and share the love you have within you with everyone you meet. You are love, and you are here to share that love that you are, to be the love that you are in expression. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the love that you've shared. Love is the one thing you actually leave behind on this planet. The only thing of true value that you leave behind. Your love is an imprint on everyone and everything you've ever come in contact with. Your love impacts every atom, every molecule you've ever interacted with. Love is the simplest, easiest, most profound way to be on purpose. Love, the power to harmonize, unify, attract. Diane Marie Child said, "As we awaken, we are infused with an even greater sense of love, eventually with a love that needs no object. It simply is. We love like the rose that gives its perfume, because that is our nature. In loving, we experience a warm, abundant, connecting, expansive energy. Love has been called the cosmic glue, the force that holds the universe together. Every aspect of your life is an opportunity to love. You don't have to know how to love. You already are love. You only need to allow love. Allow it to permeate your thoughts, your feelings, your body, your actions, your reactions, your interactions, your habits, your very being. And now in the silence, allow any resistance you might feel to love to melt away, to dissipate into golden particles like dust floating away on a beam of light. And now faith, hope, and love abide. And the greatest of these is love. And so it is.
And so it is.
That
Amen.
visual just sucks me in. It lifts me up. And Leo, thank you for that beautiful meditation visual. I appreciate it so much. And how about
Those,
that, Steve?
those
How about
flame
that?
flickering, how about it? And how about
Elizabeth
Elizabeth Longo?
Longo.
Yes.
Yeah. I will
I have to
admit
say I was
now,
worried for a minute.
some of you know that Jesus's very first miracle is perhaps my favorite, of turning water to wine. And this happened today near the end of a bottle of wine last night. I'm like, I know you came up here when you had the day off and you're not speaking anywhere. And I haven't brought this up, but what do you think about it? And she said, yes, I know where you're going with this. Yes. I'm like, score. I don't know what we'll do, but Spirit does. God knows what's happening here. So I just that just gave me the biggest thrill to be able to bring Elizabeth in to
Oh, yes.
share her with our family and community again, of which she is a part. She's an adjunct part of our family.
She's sort of the spiritual Avon lady. Ding dong.
Ding dong!
Right?
I
Yeah.
see what you did there.
And she
Ding
came in with
dong.
all of these
Avon.
spiritual cosmetics. They're not,
You
but
know what? We are so dating ourselves today.
yes.
Sears and Roebuck, Avon. I have an idea. Um, our pledge partnership it's in motion.
Full swing.
And do you have anything you want to share? Just a little tidbit, real quickly, because I want to see who is doing today's testimonial.
Let's see.
I didn't ask, so I would be surprised.
Oh, I know who it is. Let's see it. And I hear
Let's
it's
do it.
very, very powerful.
And
Yeah.
then we'll do our love offering. Great.
Yes.
'Cause we're in this together now. Yeah, we're in this together now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Keith Greer, and I'm calling from my New York City apartment where we just plugged in our Christmas tree. It lit up instantly and changed the atmosphere of our apartment. That's how I feel about Unity of New York. When I plug in, I just light up. You know, many of you know that I spent 4 months in the hospital this year due to COVID. What got me through was my husband and Unity of New York. You know, we don't go through life by ourselves. That's why I pledge. And this year, I've upped my pledge by more than 25%, so I can hang new ornaments of peace, joy, and love. I'm asking you, please, pledge to Unity of New York so we can continue to pass on the unity message of love and hope. Together, we may thrive. Together, we may live. Together, we may prosper. Have a wonderful day filled with peace and blessings. Namaste.
'Cause we're in this together now. Yeah, we're in this
Good morning, Unity of New York. I'm really excited to be back working with the team on the 2022 Pledge campaign. And this year's theme is Together We Prosper. Because really, no matter what, we are together at Unity of New York. Whether in person or not, we are together. And we wanted to make this year's renewing for our current pledges super, super easy, like we did last year. So we've created an email address, pledge@unityofnewyork.org. And all you need to do is shoot us an email to that email address and let us know that you'd like to renew your pledge. And if you'd like to join the pledge campaign, you haven't done so before, we would love to have you. So all you need to do there is go to the website, unityofnewyork.org. You go to the homepage and you click on this little button up in the left-hand corner that says 2022 Pledge. And when you get to that page, you scroll down and you'll see a place where you can download the form for the pledge. You just complete that form and either email it, once again, to pledge@unityofnewyork.org, or you can just pop it in the mail. And that's it. Very simple, right? We hope you will join us so that we can make 2022 an even better year for all of us here at Unity of New York, your spiritual home. Hope to see you soon.
'Cause we're in this together now. You and me together now.
To that, Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah, to an even better 2022. Absolutely. This is the best day yet. This is the
Ever.
best day yet.
Yet. Best day
Ever,
ever.
ever,
Yet.
and yet. And Keith, how beautiful.
Mm.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. And I just get chills when I see how divinely orchestrated themes are. I hadn't seen his testimonial, and he was talking about what we're talking about today. And Steve, did you catch what he said? The one thing that he said in there
That he
about he upped his pledge.
upped his pledge. I
And
did
you
get
said that you upped your
25%, and I upped my pledge. Yes.
And what does that mean that we're asking people to do?
Prosper together. We're affirming our prosperity. We're affirming God is our source, the source of our prosperity and the prosperity of Unity of New York. It's all one.
And if they can up their pledges, then up yours, right?
I
love any opportunity
you
to
were
say
going to
that.
go there.
I mean that with all the love I have.
All the
Um,
love you
and
have,
it is
up
time for our love
yours.
offering also. Oh, wait a minute. I want to tell you, I also, I get excited. I love Unity. I spoke to my other dear buddy yesterday, David Alt, who
Yes.
will be leading our Pledgers workshop the first Saturday of January. And you Pledgers for 2022 will be receiving that information soon. It will be virtual, but it will be with David. And
It's in my calendar.
today's theme of love continues in our love offering. It is time to exercise the ritual, the sacred ritual that we get to experience together every week, whether live or virtual. Well, whether in person or virtual, we are clearly live right now. But Steve, thank you for everything. I'm going to ask Leo to just remind us quickly of the ways to give, and I'll see you Wednesday, Steve. And I just again can't thank you enough for all that you are, you fabulous president of the board of trustees of this amazing community.
We got an
Thank
A
you.
team going, but we're the A team. So I'm proud to be part of the leadership of Unity of New York. Very proud. Thank
Me
you.
too. Thank you. Here's Leo.
Okay, well, there are 4 ways to give back to Unity of New York. You can text the word GIVE to 718-313-3674 or mail a check to 225 West 99th Street. That's our office. 10025 is our zip code, or just go to the website, unityofnewyork.org. Click the donate tab at the top of the page and then follow the prompts. Or if you're wearing those slippers, go to paypal.me/unityofny. And it's that easy to give back to your spiritual home.
And let's know together as we give, as we live, as we breathe, that divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen and hallelujah. And I want to share another song that I asked Marianne for from her holiday show that I just feel like was stunning and so appropriate to us here at Unity of New York. And it's an original song written by Larry Kirchner. So once again, here's Marianne Maringalo.
Winter in Manhattan, Rockefeller dreams, seeking out the cozy nooks best bustling crowds, the store displays, the city greens, the Broadway lights, the love affairs, the fancy flights, the quiet times when all is dark, the hansom cabs in Central Park, the worldly air, the grand mystique, Armani flair, and New York chic. Manhattan doesn't need a
I like butter. Wow, that is our city. That is our Marianne, and that is what God sounds like. Oh, my word. Thank you, Marianne, for sharing that with us. Thank you, Larry Kirchner, for sharing that with Marianne. And let us go back to where we can't go back. Let's go forward to where we started today with Sarah in prayer. I know that we have all received exactly what we needed today. Whether listening to this live or listening to this at a later time, you said yes to your divine appointment. And by being here, you have opened your heart and mind to divine possibility. We are swimming in the river of life, of infinite possibility. And before we go forward from this time together, we always remember the prayer for protection by James Dillard Freeman. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. The mind of God guides us. The life of God flows through us. The laws of God direct us. The power of God abides within us. The joy of God uplifts us. The strength of God renews us. The beauty of God inspires us wherever we are. God is. And for this, we are so grateful. And so it is. Love is the power upon which the whole world revolves. Remember that love is at the core of your being. Light a bonfire of love in your heart and go share it this week. And remember, you are not only love, you are loved. Have a great week.
Where Santa still helpless, and it's us you wanna know. If you wanna date under the mistletoe, if you wanna kiss under the mistletoe, 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 mistletoe.
that you are.